install Visual Studio Code, you will probably get a setup window, and you can go through the setup. That's pretty self-explanatory. And the window you're going to be used to seeing the most is this one, this welcome page. And from and the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the extensions. And the extension, you're going to search for Python. Now, if you are using this on Windows, like most people are, you are going to need to install Python from their website as well, python.org. This is the official Python website, and from here you can just you can go down here and download the latest Python version. There is a macOS version, Windows version. You do not need to install it for Linux because Linux already comes with Python, at least most distros do. After you download your flavor of Python, it's just a simple installer. Once you have installed Python, it would probably greet you with a welcome page, and you can just mostly ignore that. That is not really necessary. All you need to do now is go to File and a new file and open a Python file. And this is going to be your file in which you are going to write your code. And now, today, we are going to learn the one thing that every Python programmer is insanely familiar with. Like almost every single piece of code requires this function, print, the print function, if I did that right. The print function is insanely useful. Let's just make your first Python program. Write print and inside quotation marks write hello world. And now after you have written this is gonna automatically title the window since you have not saved the file yet. After writing this, you can run it by either pressing this button or by directly clicking the F5 key on your keyboard. After that, it will prompt you to save the file. You can save it wherever, just remember to rename it to something more memorable and something you can go look at and understand. Yes, this file does this is for what. So I'm gonna rename it to tutorial.py and then save it in my documents. Save. After it has been saved, it's gonna prompt you to ask you which debugger it wants to use, and of course you're gonna use Python debugger, and that's gonna only show up if you have Python installed on your computer from python.org, and then you are gonna click on Python file. Since you are not using any arguments or anything else, we are just using a simple Python file, and then it's gonna do a bunch of magic over here, and then here we go. Our first line of code is executed. And now you might know that most applications are not command line based, they are actually graphical interfaces. So you might be asking, why would you need a print statement in a graphical user interface? The thing is, you do not use it in a graphical user interface, you use it for the backend, you use it for making the logic. And when you are making logic, a print statement is insanely useful for finding out the values of certain variables, what something is set to, when something is executing. Just basically, it's a pretty simple and easy debugging tool, and it's gonna be really of use of you. Trust me on that. And then the other thing that a programmer, every good programmer uses is a comment. Now, when you are making simple Python programs, like for example, say something that prints hello world, or something that just sums two numbers, you do not exactly need comments. But when you delve into more complex things, like making an artificial intelligence, or making, let's say, a more complex calculator that can perform a variety of different tasks, you need comments to implement your code so that you can understand when you look at it next time what every single thing does. And even if someone else look at it, they can also easily understand, yeah, this part is for doing this line of code is for doing this is for what, this is for what, yada yada yada. And every single company in which you get placed in, and every single company in which you get a job, they are gonna ask you to use comments, because you are not the only software engineer that you've got. You are going to be working in a team of tens or hundreds or thousands of people, and every single person needs to be able to understand what you have written. Hence, it's a really good practice to start learning to use comments now. And you can also use multi-line comments. And now, if you look at here, it's going to look like a string. And by the way, this orange reddish color is an indication that something is a string. That's what VS Code color code said to be. And now this looks like a string, but this is not just a string, it's a multi-line string. And now where that comes in useful is you can just take this and just plug it right into this print statement, and voila, it's gonna preserve the exact formatting of the string. And notice how the comment did not print out. The comments get automatically ignored by your interpreter. They are just here for human documentation so that it's easier to read for humans. Python does not care about comments, it just looks at this hashtag and just ignores everything that comes after it. And now this is a multi-line string, right? But if I copy this and paste it over here, what do you think will happen? Let's try running it, and look at that, it just prints the string in the print statement. It does not print this. And now why am I that way? That is because this is an unofficial kind of Python feature. See, Python added support for these multi-line strings that allow you to basically pre-format everything you want to print. And if we use that outside of any statement or anything, we can just write code and the Python IDE just ignores it. So we can use that to make some really useful comments and documentation. So that's it for today. I know this was a short tutorial, but I just wanted to be an introduction to Python to get you kind of started in Python. We are going to delve more deep into data types and other things you can do, basic things you can do in Python in the next lecture. But first, I want to let you know to learn Python. Do not skimp out on Python thinking that it's easy, thinking that it's only for beginners. No, it is a great language for beginners because its syntax is quite simple and it's very easy to learn. But if you want to get deep, it is so powerful language and can go so much deeper than you can even imagine. Like every single modern artificial intelligence is built using Python. Hence, Python is an amazing resource. It's an insane skill to have. And for that, if you want to learn even more, you can go to freecodecamp.org. Disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with FreeCodeCamp, and neither do I work for them, and neither did they sponsor me. They are just an incredible resource for learning any any programming language. They have some testimonials, and here you have all the courses: web design, JS, front end, Python, relation databases. They have daily challenges, English certifications, and this is the most impressive part. You can get a Microsoft certification, C Sharp foundation skills for completely free and not a singular ad inside. The only thing they have is occasional reminder that you should support them on their insane mission. And if you can do that, please go for it. If you cannot, do not worry. Hence, you should check them out. They are amazing. Anyway, that's it for today. Please make sure to practice this on your own because programming is something you cannot learn by just watching other people do it or reading it.